everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Tinzley Bradford, and she's the author of the Settle-Free Dating Method for Women. And I'm so excited to have her today because we're talking about he's definitely interested in me, but he's not actively pursuing me. So what do I do? But before we jump into this topic, Tinzley, I would love for you to tell our audience what provoked you to write this book.
Thank you. Yes, Suzanne. The Settle-Free Dating Method for Women, a no-nonsense advice guide to remind you that you are more, was written out of pure love and my need and wants and passion about women no longer settling for bad behavior or poor dating choices in their life. I've seen so many things going on, from women just dealing with guys who treat them like crap, and they just do it because they want to have somebody. They don't want to be alone. I've seen women just dealing with guys who cheat on them and who lie to them, and they just accept it because they want to be with someone. I've even seen women that settle with guys who has plenty of moolah, which we all love that, but he still doesn't treat her good. So what's money without love? I wrote the book because I care. I want you to make wiser dating choices. I want you to live a settle-free life.
That's a really great point. So ladies, she's all about empowering you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump into this topic. And I want to preface it with giving ladies a scenario, because I don't want women to think, oh, he's definitely interested, but he's not doing anything to pursue you. What I mean by this is he's definitely interested. Like you've gone out on dates and he asks you out and he texts you, but then sometimes he'll kind of pull back a little and then he doesn't actively pursue you, and you're kind of wondering what's going on. I know he's interested in me, but he keeps doing this kind of back and forth thing. And Tinzley, I know you know what I'm talking about. So can you kind of enlighten the ladies on what they should do and what this really means?
Absolutely. I'm going to say one thing that I notice when this happens, and it's happened to me, that's why I can speak on it.
I think it's happened to every woman. Right?
Yes, that's true. One of the things I always suggest whenever you're dealing with something like that in a guy is the last thing you want to do is come across as sassy and demanding about, you ain't called me, you ain't texting me, you ain't even showing me no time. What is going on? Oh, he feels like he's being nagged and he feels like he's dealing with his mama or somebody. So the thing that I always suggest when you're dealing with that is I always seek anything that has to do with a sense of humor. Trying to start. You're going to get a little sassy eventually as time progresses if you don't see any changes, but starting with a little sense of humor, even if it's just sending him a cute photo of you smiling, going, hey, I'm thinking about you, cutie pie, what you doing? You know, and it may provoke him on the other end to go, she called me cutie pie. Ooh, she sent me a cute picture. And he may send something back of a picture of him going, oh, just sitting here thinking about you. You got to flirt a little bit more sometimes, because some guys are shy. They don't really know what to do to really pursue a woman. He may be absolutely blown away that he even has you interested in him, first of all. Some men are like, I can't get a woman like that. And then you're dating him and you're showing attention to him. And he's like, how in the world do I deal with this beautiful woman? I've never had this. So what do I do? So he does the basics. You go out to eat a little bit, which is awesome. You know, you love men that pampers you and shows you a little bit of quality time here and there. But when he starts to go back and forth, I think it's because it could be a lot of things. He could be, we had a discussion talking about being stable, or at a point where he's not able to really give you what he knows a woman like you deserves right now, but he doesn't want to pull away completely because he's working towards that. Does that make sense? It's like, yeah. He may be at a point where I really like her. We've gone on a few dates. She's beautiful, but I live with my friend. I don't want her to think I'm a loser because I'm living in a room with him. I'm just going through something right now financially, but I'm working on getting another house. How do I relay that to her without her seeing me in a different setting? He may be with someone. He may be living with his mom. You know, that's another story. But whatever his situation is, before we jump the gun, we want to find out. You can even ask him, you haven't called me all week. Are you shy? Are you busy over there? You know, talk in a warm way. You're busy over there. You're a little shy. What's going on? You haven't called me. I miss you, or something like that. It's okay to show vulnerability and show you miss him a little bit. Put yourself out there so he can warm up and open up a little bit as well. He may tell you what's going on.
That is very true. And I like how you started these tips, though, with, because I have to emphasize it because this is so important, is do not sit there and say, why haven't you called me, and put all these demands on him, because I'm telling you, ladies, as much as you want to say that, he's going to run for the hills and he's going to disappear. And that's a whole nother video, right?
Yes.
So, ladies, one of the things that I want to talk about is, though, is if he keeps doing this jumping in and jumping out over a long period of time. Tinzley, tell our audience what they should really do and what that really means.
All right. Now, it's really simple. It's called next. And what I mean by that is your time is valuable. You are valuable. You're clearly trying to get to know this guy. He has shown you some interest. You are trying to develop that relationship so that it will evolve and grow into something beautiful, so that you can have something long term. And if you're looking to marry someday, that will happen, hopefully. If this guy is not doing anything to pursue that, then you are wasting not only your time, but his time, because he's clearly not trying to settle down. What I can suggest you do is, once again, in a nice way, you can kind of bag up and just stop initiating as much too, because you don't want to come across as you're chasing him. Because if he's on his side sitting there doing nothing, he shot you a text Monday, but you haven't heard anything Tuesday and Wednesday. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you've been the one shooting texts, you've been calling, you've been doing this, and it goes straight to voicemail sometimes. You don't get a response back. That is the most frustrating feeling ever, because you're going, now I look like a bugaboo. Now I look like a desperate single woman running behind this man who's clearly showing me that he's not interested in me. What is wrong with me? So ladies, don't do that. If over time you've tried to be a little 50-50, you see it's declining a little bit, you still try to give a little nudge. Hey, what's up? I haven't heard from you. You're not getting anything back. Next, you can't keep wasting your time with somebody or settling for someone who's treating you that way, ignoring you, not trying to spend any time with you. What do they think you're trying to do? Play bingo? I mean, you're there to date and you want that to evolve. So if he's not calling back, how is it going to evolve? It's not. So, next.
Exactly. That's the word of the day, next.
That's the word of the day.
But I also want to add, because you make a really good point, is if a woman is always like texting him, like you said, day after day, and he doesn't respond, or he responds here or there, is what I want ladies to understand is that it's very much a push-pull dynamic. So it should never be one-sided where he's always like texting you and, calling you and texting you. It should be a push-pull dynamic, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's frustrating. It hurts. I know that I've done it before a long time ago, and it feels so bad when you feel like, well, I'm just going to show him that I'm different than the average chick. I'm going to call first. I'm going to leave a message. And then he's over there going, this lady getting on my nerves. And, next thing you know, he's like, I'm not answering at all. She's called me 5 times today. What is wrong with her?
Don't do that. If you have to call more than once and he doesn't call you back, that's one too many times, because everyone has voicemail and they can call you back. If he's not calling you back, no. Then, like Tinzley says, next.
Yes.
And know your self-worth, because you don't want to become that desperate woman. Okay.
Right. Beginning of the book, when I say at the title, when it says to remind you that you are more than just a desperate chick texting somebody who doesn't want you.
Exactly. So, all right, these have been some great tips. So, Tinzley, tell our audience how they can find you in your book.
Yeah, so my book is on Amazon right now, barnesandnoble.com as well, I meant to mention. But go to my blog, because you can get it all there. It's tinzleybradford.com. My blog has tons of information on dating tips. It also has a link where you can go and order my book directly. And I hope you stop by. Make sure you use #SettleFree. Anytime you're looking at yourself saying, I'm not going to settle for that, just put #SettleFree. I'm not settling for that, whatever it may be. You can make it fun.
Exactly. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you would like to view the videos, you could go to singleandstilettos.com, and if you would like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you would like to get our free ebook on the 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.